Hi, and welcome to another episode of United Talks Podcast. And today we're going to be doing the 5 things we've learned from the game between Manchester United and West Ham United. It was a game of, it was sad because it was a game that started without energy. It was a bit lethargic. We were trying to be in control of the game. And then obviously West Ham were more clinical than Manchester United and all of that. But then it is what it is. We're here. We just have to move on. And then just, 5 positive things we learn. And basically prepare for the game against Chelsea on Friday. First one, squad rotation came at a cost. Following the high-energy Europa League semi-final win, Rúben Amorim understandably rotated his side with one eye on the final, while the lineup still had quality. The chemistry and the sharpness weren't just quite there. Despite dominant spells, United looked disjointed at both ends, not ruthless enough in attack, and vulnerable in transition. And it's the risk of rotation, especially in the league, that punishes even the smallest lapses. Was something that everybody noticed, and Ruben Amorim was feeling let down by the team and all of that. But he had to rotate because he had to protect players that are prone to injuries and all of that. So that is pretty much one of the things that we learned. And the truth is, it came at a cost, and the cost was a defeat. And then we're still stuck at 39 points. And our last point coming against Bournemouth. Now, the next one is Wan-Bissaka haunted his old club. And Wan-Bissaka returned to Old Trafford and was directly involved in both West Ham goals. A reverse pass in the build-up to the first and an assist for Bowen's second. Ironically, it was just his attacking contributions, something that he was often criticized for at United. Fans basically made their feelings known about Wan-Bissaka while he was here at Old Trafford. And indeed, he showed what we missed or lacked, but the truth is no need for revisionism and all of that. So ironically, it was attacking contributions, as I said, that he was often criticized for, that actually caused United the problem and made the difference. The reception was mixed, and his performance was a pointed reminder that this is what Amorim can still offer. What Wan-Bissaka can offer to the team moving forward. Number 3, Mason Mount is staying sharp. As always, although he couldn't replicate his heroics from the midweek, Mason Mount was still one of United's brightest sparks. His movement off the ball, close range chance, intensity in pressing, suggested that he's maintaining form ahead of the Europa League final. And I'm thinking Amorim is going to play Mason Mount in the Europa League final and all of that. Now, with Bruno Fernandes often playing deeper or drifting wide to find space, Mount's energy in the central areas helped link the attacks, but United lacked the finishing touch to make it count, and we lacked the cutting edge and the clinical edge to clean things up. For a team that missed 4 big chances, created 4 big chances, missed all 4, and then West Ham created 4 big chances, missed only 2, and scored 2. So you can imagine what that means. Number 4, Leny Yoro's injury is a major concern. That is a fact. The biggest blow of the day wasn't just a scoreline. It was just seeing Leny Yoro forced off with what looked like a muscular injury. The young centre-back has been a revelation, right, since arriving, and has formed a growing partnership with anybody he's played with, be it Harry Maguire, be it Licha Martinez, be it Johnny Evans, Lindelof, Luke Shaw, right, Mazraoui, all these players he's played, Aiden Heaven. He's formed great partnerships with these players in whatever back 3 formation, and he was playing at center back last night. With just days to go before, maybe 10 days. Today is 12th, so with just days to go before the biggest game of the season in Bilbao, his fitness will now dominate the pre-final headlines. Amorim will be hoping that it was just a precautionary measure than just being as serious. And Ruben Amorim has said this post-match that it wasn't a serious thing, that he had similar problem at the beginning of the season. But it is what it is. We have to hope that it's not that metatarsal injury that is recurring again and all of that. And we're just going to have to just take the positives and build from it. At some point, I saw in the game that Ruben Amorim took out Luke Shaw, despite the fact that we knew that Luke Shaw was not was playing okay, but he had to take him out because he didn't want a situation where he would lose both Luke Shaw and Leny Yoro, and Luke Shaw is still trying to manage his load and all that, so he didn't want a situation where we lose both Luke Shaw and Leny Yoro. And with what I'm seeing, if Leny Yoro is not fit for the final, it will probably be that Amas starts that final at left wing back, while Mazraoui, Maguire and Luke Shaw start the game, or Mazraoui starts as right wing back and then Dogo starts at left wing back. Then we have Lindelof, Maguire and Shaw starting that game. How ironic would that be? Lindelof, Maguire, Shaw. That back three looks like the back four, close to the back four with Wan-Bissaka missing, that we'd always had for a long time under Ole and the managers after him. So it is what it is. Let me know your thoughts and feelings in the comment section. So we're going to do some quick honorable mentions and bonus notes with regards to what we learned from the game. Amad Diallo had a lively performance with clever touches and good pressing, but his decision making in the final third was inconsistent. Still, his form is trending upward. Also, Harry Maguire as well came on, had 2 solid headers on goal and could have scored, showing that he still offers value and a threat from set pieces. Another one is Alejandro Garnacho and Patrick Dogo added urgency, with Garnacho especially being unlucky not to grab a goal after connecting with a cross from Ahmad. And then the last one, Spander made crucial saves to prevent a heavier scoreline despite conceding 2 goals. His command of the box and his shot stopping were positives, but the truth is you can't blame him for the first 2 goals that he conceded, even though he could have done better in the second goal. But it is what it is. He was trying his best to command the box, but it wasn't working. Now, on a final note, with the Premier League campaign now winding down and the European glory within reach, Amorim's priority is squad recovery, squad balance, and securing his strongest 11 for Bilbao, which leads me to think that he's going to do a heavy rotation against Chelsea. But hopefully we get the point, because we need to win against Chelsea. But this loss was a timely reminder for all that the progress made, there's still inconsistencies. Whether we can see the progress, but we need to address these inconsistencies before United can truly reestablish themselves as dominant force in the future. Now, Rúben Amorim has said this, that in the post-match, that if we can't have what we had this season, and if we have it this season, if we have what we had this season next season, then we probably doesn't need to be in this job. He's suggested a sack, but obviously I saw a very good content online talking about Rúben Amorim and the issues. The truth is, most of this stuff is not his fault. Some of them are. He used to blame on some, but the truth is the players are letting this manager down. And it is a fact. The players are letting this manager down, but we need to just move on from here and grow. So let me know your thoughts and feelings. There's so much to delve into with Rúben Amorim's content or post-match press conference, but you're going to see it on our socials. It's just that I don't want to just bore you with too much with regards to Rúben Amorim, but it is what it is. We have to move on and prepare for the game against Chelsea. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't have to miss anything as it relates to Manchester United. For those who have already, we thank you for liking, we thank you for sharing and subscribing. We're already growing as a channel and we're about to hit a milestone soon, so just get liking, get subscribing, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care, goodbye, and God bless.